Hey, welcome in, everybody, to the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am Greg, and being joined by the buffest guy you know, and that's Flex. What's up, big fella?
Nothing much, man. Hanging out.
Yeah? Drinking some beers?
Yeah, how are you doing? I rarely ask you how you're doing.
That is very nice of you. Very kind. I'm busy. I'm trying to juggle things. Work's been nuts. I'm looking forward to like the end of the year when things finally are gonna, in theory, calm down a little with work, and I'll keep telling my family that I'm busy as fuck, so I don't have to see them.
Hell yes.
Yeah, nothing like Christmas with divorced parents to just make you run all over everywhere,
over the fucking place. Yep.
All over the fucking planet.
Terrible.
My parents
terrible.
divorced. Yeah, her parents divorced. Oh, what a shit show Christmas.
The old 4 Christmases.
Only 4? Oh, I wish. That'd be a dream come true. Anyways, not a therapy sesh. Welcome in, everybody.
Not a Christmas show.
Yeah. Wait till the beer I drink. Wait till the beer I drink. Spoiler alert. Flex doesn't even know. Find us on the socials, Craft Beer Republic and at FlexMeBeer_ in between. Lots to get to today. Got a ludicrous libation law. We got some booze news to get to. There's been some fallout from the Liney closure. The Liney family not thrilled about what's going on. We'll talk about that and much more. Oh, no, I was classing it up. So I'll talk about me being classy in a second. But before we get to any of that, top listening city of last week. Shout out to Fremont, California.
Oh, hey, Fremont.
Fremont, what up? I think that's Psycho Bear territory.
Okay.
Psycho Bear.
Boy, he's terrifying.
I am not convinced that he's not a murderer.
I'm going to just think he's a really nice guy.
Right.
I'm Psycho Bear, but you're a really nice guy.
That's what we're all hoping for.
It's an ironic name. There
we go. Maybe that's it. Yeah, an ironic, creepy tone that you use when you call it. Everything's ironic, right?
Yeah, everything's ironic.
Maybe he's really Canadian.
Oh, that would make
even nice.
Yeah, I mean, super Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, it's like rain.
Yeah,
on your wedding day.
Your wedding day. Yeah,
yeah.
I never understood the black fly in the Chardonnay because I would just take the fly out and keep drinking the Chardonnay.
Yeah, alcohol kills germs.
Yeah, that's not ironic.
My wife will often hand me a drink and go, "There's a bug or a fly or whatever in here," and I go, "Yoink" with the old finger and hand it right back to her.
Oh yeah, that happens.
She just doesn't want to see it.
Summer patio beers for me. It's like you set the beer down on the table and you look over and there's already a fruit fly that drowned from intoxication and
right.
You just poke it out and hey, beer.
Which, by the way, what a way to go.
Oh, I couldn't ask for a better way to go.
Little jealous.
Oh man.
Cause of death, intoxication.
I tell you what, people who ever, I don't know if I talked about it on the show, maybe like a year or so ago. If you ever have fruit fly issues in your house, just leave out like a little glass of beer and you'll.
Oh yeah, you did talk about that.
You'll get quite a few.
I think you actually said a can, like an empty can. It's got like the drippings at the bottom because then it's harder for them to fly back.
To get out. Right.
Yeah, especially you had like one of those fruited sour. I think that's what brought it up was like a very sugary fruited sour.
So that's what started the fruit fly plop. Tongue twister. The fruit fly problem is I had a couple buddies over for a can share and a bunch of sours were had, and I had a little recycle bin just inside the garage door that leads from the house to the garage, and like 4,000 fruit flies later, finally got rid of them. But I had to throw the recycle bin away too, because even though I scrubbed it out with like Dawn dish soap and everything, those fuckers just kept coming back.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Bleach it next time.
Ugh, I hate using bleach.
Oh, I love bleach. It's my favorite. I'm not even. I sound like a murderer.
I was going to say. I thought you were non-murderer, Greg.
Well, I guess you'll find out.
Oh boy.
We have. Here goes Greg being classy. We have our wine decanter. You know, you decant the wine. It gets stained from the red wine.
Who admits that they have one of these?
This guy.
Oh man. Classy.
Anyways,
fucker.
it gets stained from the red wine. The only way to get it out, bleach it. Is there a little bleach in there? Shaky, shaky, shaky,
Yeah,
shaky.
that makes sense.
It's all good to go. Nice and clean. Now you got to rinse it for like, an hour and a half straight so you don't kill yourself. But
then no classy ass dude wants to have a stained wine decanter. What are you, poor?
no, how trashy. Oh,
Hey, look at this
That's
guy
for,
got
like-
his wine decanter from Goodwill.
Yeah.
Still got
Yeah.
the stains in it.
what are you drinking? $2 Chuck? All right, loser. How embarrassing. Not in this house, motherfucker. Only classy.
God,
Over
you're
here.
the classiest. I swear.
I don't even want to talk about
Nope.
story I had to
No.
talk about now.
I think you should talk about it even more.
Because I was bringing it up so you could laugh at me. Before we get there, let's find out what you're drinking.
Oh boy.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex
Yes, please.
drinking.
From my stained beer glass.
Oh, so unclassy. Get some bleach in that.
You would think I took a trip to Connecticut. I'm drinking another one out of North Haven.
Bristol?
No, the other city, North
Oh.
Haven. Fat Orange Cat Brewing. I think I've had a couple of their beers before in my life. This one is called One Cat on the Chessboard.
All right.
Never played chess, but I do know that there are 0 cat pieces. So somebody,
You could have convinced me that there was.
I wasn't gonna try. I thought you were pretty classy, so I figured you're like a chess whiz.
Nope,
Not
never
to be
played once in my
confused
life.
with a cheese whiz.
That I am.
Yes. But so this is a New England style single hop IPA,
Mm.
and it doesn't say anywhere on the can what hop they used. So
Helpful.
thank goodness for Untapped.
One of the few times we've ever said that.
Right? Whether you thoroughly enjoy the app or you use it sparingly, thank you, Untapped, for telling me
Thank you, Untapped.
what I'm actually drinking. So this single hop IPA is the Eldorado variant. Untapped, thank you, says this first of a new series. Okay, it's new. Maybe
All right.
what you should do is put what hop you're using on the can for
That would help.
the second of the new series. Then that says New England style single hop IPA series. And then it says, it does say in the description here. Okay. One cat on the chessboard, 7.2% Eldorado. Still doesn't say on the can. It says on the tap, not on the can. Dumbasses. I shouldn't call them dumbasses. I'm sure they're nice people. I bet Fat Orange Cat people, I bet they're not even all fat.
No, some are probably just chunky.
Yeah, or what's a fat cat called? What do they call a fat cat? It's the chonk.
Oh, okay.
It's a chonky cat, which is where Tricker Brewing gets their chonk sours from. But that's neither here nor there because nobody's drinking Tricker.
Not a cat show.
Not a cat show. Borderline Tricker show because they're beer. Any weasels. So it's been about 3 years since I've had a single hop Eldorado beer.
I
Eldorado.
don't think I've ever had one.
You don't normally find it single hopped. Usually beside like a Citra or a Mosaic, or then even on like the West Coast side, you'll get like a Centennial or a Cascade.
They're one of the C's.
Right. Tons of C's. So 7.2%. What really drew me in here, Greg, I'm a cheapskate.
Yes.
Big fat cheapskate here. Big fat orange cheapskate.
That's where the whole algorithm came from. You being a cheapskate.
$13.99 for this 4-pack.
Okay.
So 7.2, $13.99.
Could be pretty high up on the algorithm.
New England. Let's get after it.
Craftbeer.com/algorithm. Craftbeerrepublic.com/algorithm.
On the eyes here, it's hazy, it's cloudy, it's murky,
Yeah.
yellowy color. Not as pale as I enjoy, but it's still got a nice color. It's got a nice head, some decent lacing so
It's
far.
pretty good lacing on that.
Yeah, you see that right there?
It's no High Life Light.
No,
but,
it's not.
It's good.
It's not. On the old schnoz here, picking up. How many times have you ever smelled a a Bosque pear, like a brown pear.
Between 0 and half.
Okay, because this is what this smells like.
I don't think I've ever had a brown pear before.
A little peary notes. It's Bosque pear. They're normal pears. It's like an everyday pear. You can get it at the supermarket.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy it. This smell is wonderful. It's kind of fresh. So we'll get the old tongue jobber a little wet.
Ooh.
Yeah, that sounded violent. I'm sorry.
Very, very violent.
3, 2, 1, here we go.
So aggressive. I like they counted yourself in like this was a TV show.
Okay. Super light bodied here. Wonderful body for a 7.2%. What really fascinates me about this beer. So I did look up Eldorado hop profile before drinking this to see what I'm smelling. If I can get any of these flavor notes out of the hops. Watermelon. Like candy flavor watermelon coming out of this
Jolly Rancher stuff.
Yes. Like it doesn't hit. Nah, it's not Cheerios, but it doesn't hit right away. It almost like you get a little peach, a little candy lemon, and then some candy watermelon.
It's like a fruit punch.
And then like a low to medium bitterness, but it's not like a lingering bitterness. It's just kind of like natural hop bitterness. It's kind of enjoyable. Like it almost brings everything together with the light body that touches sweet notes and then just even it out a little bit with the bitterness.
Nice.
So I think this is a fantastic beer for the price.
Yeah. What did you say? $12.99? Is that what you said?
$13.99.
$13.99.
7.2%. Untapped has it at a 394. Only 1,500 ratings. But one friend rated it a 4.2. I'd take it closer to the 4.2 than I would the 3.
Oh, which if you listen to last week's episode, still kind of funny. It's like, oh, this is a great beer. B-.
Hey, I'm snobby to a point.
I know.
But,
it's just, it's Untapped's fault.
Yeah, they built us, essentially.
Right. If you did it on the Beer Advocate scale, which is to 100, you would probably give it like a 92 or something, like an A- range, or maybe even a solid A.
Yeah, that's good. I just had another sip of this. This is real good.
Yeah.
This is a good beer. Really good beer.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, maybe we'll have a beer outside of Connecticut next time.
Maybe. But who knew Connecticut, right?
So here's the funny thing. I'm going to do shit out of order. I swear to everybody, 2 weeks in a row now, Flex has had Connecticut beers. This was not planned in any way. I never know what Flex is drinking before the shows start.
Sometimes I don't even tell him that I even bought beer yet.
Right. Sometimes I don't even know if he has beer in his house until like we start recording and he holds up a beer. I'm like, oh, thank God he's got a beer.
This is all accurate.
Yeah. I pulled a Ludicrous Libation Law from Connecticut.
That's wild.
Totally random. Had nothing to do with your beers. I swear to God.
Let's see.
So let's just do it now. And get out of the
let's
way.
see what this is. I'm intrigued.
So in Connecticut, state law says that town records cannot be stored where alcohol is sold.
That sounds pretty normal.
Why did that need to become a law?
Right. Like that's just kind of like common sense.
Right. Were they going down to the local pub and like, hey, I got some files for you?
Well, maybe way back in the day.
Maybe. I have to assume this is a Prohibition era law.
I would assume
thing.
so.
Yeah. Connecticut General Statutes 3097 states that town and probate records must not be kept in any place where alcoholic liquor is sold. The statute aims to maintain the integrity and security of official records by ensuring they are stored in environments free from the potential risks associated with alcohol sales venues. So that must be what it was. It had to be Prohibition.
Yeah, because that's just common sense.
Just weird as fuck. But I guess when you only have 2 towns in your state.
Yeah, Bristol,
maybe
North Haven.
Yeah, maybe you run out of place to store shit.
Although I have heard, unpopular opinion, Connecticut is supposed to have some of the best pizza in the nation.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I've not heard that.
Got a buddy out there, Zach. He lives in Connecticut, and he swears by the pizza in Connecticut.
That's not where I expected that going.
Supposed to Yeah, it's supposed to trump New York style pizza, and I mean, deep dish is trash. So don't even put Chicago out there. The deep dish.
That's not a pizza. That's a casserole.
It's trash. It doesn't matter what it is. Casserole. It's a trash roll.
Sorry, Chicago. I've never had a legitimate like from Chicago. You know, I've had Chicago style whatever out here, and yeah, I don't need it in my life. That's a casserole.
It don't matter if you have it in Chicago or outside of Chicago. It's
still trash.
It's trash.
Yeah. Hey Mel, beer girl Mel. What say you to the New York versus Connecticut comparison there? In fact,
yeah, because Mel knows Zach too.
Okay. I don't even want Mel's opinion. I want Lou's opinion. I want fucking Street Meats to tell us what he thinks.
I feel like Lou don't got an opinion. If he can eat it, it's good.
Okay, you might be right there. I just feel like he eats everything. So for those who don't know, Lou is Mel's husband. I just feel like he would have the no because he's probably eaten both a lot. But somebody from New York and or Connecticut, let us know.
Yeah, Lou eats cold pork chops right out of the fridge. Just rips the Tupperware lid off, just starts gnawing on cold pork chops, and which I'm not even going to be mad about. I respect the hell out of that.
Dude, me too. This fucker like ran a marathon with chicken.
We'll talk
in
about
hand.
this because Mel sent us the videos.
I love when Mel sends us Lou videos because it's just like him running with food in his hand.
Was that the New York Marathon they did or something? I can't remember.
Something like that. It was a few weeks ago at this point, at least. But yeah, it's just like, hey, look at Lou. It's just him eating as he's running.
Stopping the marathon, get a couple slices of pizza.
Right.
Get a hot dog.
Fucking love it. Yeah. Oh, I would throw up so hard.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
Or I would sit down and eat and I would just never get back up.
Or that, yeah. But I mean, to try and keep moving, or even to stop, eat, and then keep moving.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, sounds so bad. What a man.
He is a machine. He's not a man. He's a machine.
You're right. He will take over the world.
The best part is, too, with that marathon, like the last one he did as well, zero training. Just wakes up, runs 26 point however many 4 miles, two
it's 13.1 and 26.2.
Yes, 26.2 miles, and then that's his day, and then he sleeps for about 14 hours after that, and then he's good to go.
I've ran 2 half marathons in my life. The first one I trained pretty extensively for, and I did much better than I expected and was very proud of myself.
I was proud of you.
Well, thank you. The second one, life got in the way, did little to no training for it, went and ran it, blew out my knee in the second mile.
Come on.
And then my bitch of a girlfriend at the time was like, you can't quit now. Because if you don't keep a certain time, they come and pick you up in a golf cart, like a medical golf cart.
Oh.
I was like, I'm just going to get picked up. You know, you keep running. You're not injured. I'm injured. It's like, no, you can't quit now. You can't be a bitch about it. I was like, so my dumbass walked 11 miles.
Wow.
On a blown out knee. Oh, so much pain. And definitely did permanent damage.
Maybe you're the machine.
You know what? Maybe. But I still would have thrown up if I'd eaten a corn dog along the way.
Greg the Machine. I like that.
Yeah.
It's got a good ring to it.
Coming out to the ring. Weighing in at way too much.
Boo.
Yeah. Anywho, Lou's the real machine around here.
Love that guy. Love you, Lou.
Yeah. Love you, Lou, and all your caloric intakes that doesn't appear to affect you in any way, shape, or form.
Zero.
In fact, I think he loses weight for every hot dog he consumes. Fucker. A few weeks ago, I was on the Tap Room podcast with our homie Mike, and one of the things we talked about on there was something we've talked on here recently, which is Trader Joe's has become like my bottle shop because you can go, crack off singles.
Right.
I've gotten so many comments about people not knowing that was a thing. Our friends over at Beer Bikini messaged me after the Taproom one came out. Said, listen to your episode on the Taproom podcast. Literally just discovered the Trader Joe's singles trick 2 weeks ago when we visited Portland, and someone we knew told us. And I was like, nah, no way. So we all went to TJ's, and sure enough, all these 6-packs had missing cans. So we broke off a few and took them to check out. This is valuable info that no one talks about, LOL. Yes. I said, this shit is important. It's important, everybody. If you've got a Trader Joe's near you, You can crack open the 4 and 6 packs. Take 1, take 2, whatever you want. They're priced to be sold individually.
I am mind blown because I must have zoned out when you talked about that. I didn't know that was a thing.
I think we brought it up on the show.
We also don't Trader Joe's frequently.
Yeah, I know that, in California, Trader Joe's is much more prevalent than other places. Seems like. It's kind of like In and Out.
We got 2 of them over here.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know they're making their way out. Like there's some in Florida now because the wife's sister lives out in Florida and all that kind of stuff. But crack them off. They're priced individually. I do it all the time. The beer I'm drinking. Excuse me.
Your excuse.
The beer I'm drinking tonight is Trader Joe's.
No
Cracked
kidding.
off a couple singles.
What you got?
Should I talk about it?
Let's just get into it.
It's early, but fuck it. Let's
you
make a call.
look thirsty, and I want you to get into this.
You know what? I am thirsty, and I want to get into this.
He calls to the bullpen for
beer.
Well, you said it at the top of the show. Once again, I don't know what Flex is drinking. Flex never knows what I'm drinking. It's
Zero.
always a surprise.
Big surprise.
Rarely we will coordinate a beer if there's like some weird theme going on or something.
Or a holiday or...
Yeah, exactly. This is definitely not one of those times. Well, Flex said something about Christmas beers. Ho, 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 everybody. Because I am drinking Celebration Fresh Hop IPA from Sierra Nevada.
Get it.
And you cannot have the holidays if you've not had a celebration. I saw this at TJ's a couple weeks ago. We were talking about with Boris, how it was like Boris and I's favorite Christmas beer.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we talked about that with Boris, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. Fresh hop season is here. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this is earlier. Normally it's like end of November when I see them hitting the shelves. And this felt a little early, so I grabbed it. Very excited to usher in the holiday season a little early. So, Sierra Nevada Fresh Hop IPA, the 2024 edition, 6.8%, 65 IBUs. They say, freshly picked hops, rushed from the farm to brewery, fill Celebration IPA with a powerful citrus and pine flavor. When you're on the slopes with your friend or building a backyard campfire for your fam, you need a beer as fresh as fallen snow. Pure hops, balanced with rich caramel malt, make this celebration in every sip. And I laugh so hard. We talk about ratings a lot the last couple of weeks.
Can I guess?
373.
Oh,
shit.
man.
Sorry.
No shit. I was going to say 374.
Were you? Okay. 373 out of 430,000 reviews. Now, I don't know if this is every year's combined or 430,000 people have already had it this year.
No, it's got to be.
It doesn't say.
Everything combined.
Yeah, this is truly like the beer nerd / like brewer's beer. It's not for your casual beer fan. It's not for your haze bro. This is old school. This is the loaf of bread that I generally don't like in a beer, but Sierra Nevada figures out kind of how to balance it and make it not as thick. On the old schnoz, I mean, it smells like a hoppy loaf of bread. It's super piney. It's malty. I mean, you can see look at this color. This is fucking caramel.
It is malt.
Yeah, this is caramel malt to the extreme. Tongue jobber time. This, I will say, feels, and obviously it's been a year since I've had one, a little less bitter than previous years. Look, still dank, still old school, still bitter. But in previous years, I feel like it's fucking bitter. This one, a little, maybe slightly more balanced. Definitely get the pine. Definitely get the citrus. It's always all old school hops. Malty cereal from the backbone, from the malts. And, it's just that old school IPA with fresh hops. If you don't like an old school West Coast IPA, you're going to fucking hate this. Guaranteed.
Yeah, like you said, not for your casual drinker.
Not for the casual haze bro or anything like that. You're pounding some, what do we say from Drecker earlier? Chonks.
Chonks, yeah.
Yeah, you're used to pounding chonks and from Drecker. This is not going to be your jam. You like some teeth shattering bitterness? Here it is, everybody. It's fresh. It's citrusy. It's piney. And it's a liquid meal in a glass. Normally not my jam, but when Sierra Nevada drops this, I got to get it.
Well, at least you don't have to eat dinner now.
Yeah, I'll save the cows for my beer. All right. The one thing I was going to mention, and Flex kind of accidentally alluded to it.
Damn it.
I'm classy as fuck, as we've talked about many a time.
I feel like people just know this by now.
I have multiple wine memberships.
I would say somebody walks up to you like, hey, do you have a wine membership? And you're like, one?
Yeah,
one
membership? I'm offended.
I don't even. In
fact, at that point,
Wayne's World that one.
What do you mean?
Membership. Classy as fuck. Multiple memberships.
In fact, when they accuse me of having a membership, I pull a glove out of my pocket and slap it with them and tell them good day.
Oh, man.
That's how classy I am.
You are top tier.
We had a pickup party for one of our memberships.
You have servants?
Last week. No. That's next tier.
I'm sorry.
Get a butler. Yeah, get a butler. I think that's once I hit 10 memberships.
Okay, I'm getting my tiers mixed up. That's all it is. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Yeah.
That's my unclassy fault.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say. One of the nice things about most wine membership is they have pickup parties. Some are great. Some are not so great. Had a great one last week. Went to one of our, they did it at one of our favorite local restaurants.
Is that like a car key party?
I don't know. It's a car key party. Everybody puts their keys in a bowl.
Yeah, this is a swinger party.
Oh, I wish.
Oh,
actually, no, I don't. It was mostly old white people.
Yeah, probably not a. You know,
yeah, there were like 2 chicks under the age of 40 at the entire event. So no, not. I mean, chicks around 40 are just fine. I'm married.
You're married to one, right?
Yeah, but when they're in their 60s, not so much. Anyways, at one of our local favorite restaurants called Cork Dork. It's a horrible name for a restaurant. Amazing food.
Sounds classy.
And they rented out the place and had like small bites and all the wine I could fucking put down because we've kind of made friends with the winemakers. And it was a good time, man. I just felt classy, ate some good food, drank some good wine. I just wanted to bring it up because I knew Flex would laugh at me because I'm so fucking classy with my wine.
I just like how you speak of it. It's like it's a different tone. And like
I have another one coming up next week.
Like your upper echelon, It's like I just sit back and listen to your
my classiness.
Your classiness, yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot until just this second as we're talking about the story. Next weekend we have another wine pickup party coming up. This one's one of my favorites. The owner of the winery. They don't do the pickup party like at the winery at the tasting room. They do it at her house.
Oh man.
She lives in Malibu, overlooking the ocean.
Rough life.
Not a bad view.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said rough life.
Yeah, super rough. Overlooking the ocean. So it's, once again, she pours for days. You can get as hammered as you want. She loves to have fun, loves to party, loves to open wine for people, and always has, here we go, Flex, a taco person.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, she's got her taco person.
Because everyone in California has a taco guy.
Yeah, she's got hers, who is not the same one I use. Everyone's got their own. Hers is really good, but really expensive. They also do fresh churros at the end of the day.
Oh, damn.
I'm talking heating up oil, dropping them in the fucking grease, and then rolling them in cinnamon and sugar. It is amazing.
It don't get better than that.
No. So you get fresh tacos, and then after you get a little drunk, you get fresh churros.
Oh, man, I'm jealous.
So I am very much looking forward to that one, too. I totally forgot that one.
How do I get classy?
Dude, come on out. I'll take you to all our classy shit.
I don't think I'm allowed. I'm not allowed.
We won't tell them, you're Midwestern. We'll just say, hey, look, he's from around here. He calls it Modelo, not Modelo.
Yeah. How do I just said that to somebody the other day. How do I say it?
I just say Modelo.
That's how I say it. Like Modelo. Modelo. That's what I say.
Yeah. So you try to be good, but you go past being good into like comically good. Modelo. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Midwest in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you could class it up. I believe in you. Come on out. Go to a wine pickup party with us. Have some tacos and churros.
I could probably look classy, but the second I open my mouth, They're gonna know.
Hey, hoser.
Yeah, you're gonna get
That's more Canadian.
You're gonna get the stink eye. Like,
who brought this guy?
bro, this guy. If he
Yeah.
was on Beer Advocate, he'd be a 68. He's an F.
He's a 2.5 on Untapped tops.
Lager.
Oh, fuck.
Never heard of her.
If they start to turn on you, just take your shirt off.
Yeah, I could do that. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, it'll distract them.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
problem.
They got buff guys in Malibu though.
Yeah, but no, they don't got flex buff guys.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that.
Yeah. Wear your Captain America tighty whities and
I don't got tidy whiteys.
tighty
got-
blueies.
Tidy blackies.
There you go. Makes it look bigger. Anyways. We should do news before we
God.
really dig a hole.
Yeah, not a tidy blackie show.
Nope. Not yet, at least. Slowly turning into one. All right, let's do a little booze news. Hey, last week we talked about Liney closing up shop at their original brewery thanks to Molson Coors.
Bad day.
Bad day. Well, former Leinenkugel president Dick Leinenkugel, in a statement on Molson Coors' decision to cease operations, was not happy about it. I am deeply saddened by the decision of Molson Coors' leadership team to close our Chippewa Falls brewery and home. For over 157 years and 6 generations of family management, Leinenkugel's has been brewing great beers for our legions of fans throughout Wisconsin and across the country. I feel for all impacted employees and their families in Chippewa Falls and trust that the Molson Coors leadership will do everything possible to ease their pain during this challenging time. I know the Molson Coors leadership don't take these decisions lightly. It's clear to me that they determined that the savings resulting from the closure were significant enough to justify the decision. Leinenkugel added that it was a sad day for his family, employees of the company, and its fans, noting that the brewery celebrated its 150th anniversary in Chippewa Falls in 2017. He wrote, "It was the defining moment of my career in beer. Alongside my brothers Jake and John and members of our 4th, 5th, and 6th generations of family, we proudly toasted our beer drinkers, retail customers, and distributors to thank them for their loyalty and support.
Nailed it.
Today on behalf of the Leinenkugel family, I thank them again and will toast them this evening with a Leinenkugel's original and a tear in my eye."
Dog.
Sounds like Dick was not a fan of the closure.
Dick sounds like he's turning soft.
Oh no. Once a mighty hard dick, now it's turning soft.
Not a dick show.
I'll let that marinate for a while.
That was good writing, though.
That was good writing. More bad news for your hood, Flex.
Yeah, Mobcraft? Let me guess.
Mobcraft announced that the Milwaukee-based craft brewery will be sold on December 1st.
Yep.
Included in the sale are the brewery, its tap room, and intellectual property. The brewery did not name the expected buyer, which is weird. Founder and CEO Henry Schwartz said in an announcement.
Great guy, by the way. Henry's
Have you met him?
Great guy.
Oh. Does he use the Schwartz? We've poured our heart and souls into the brewery and our community, but reached a point where we could no longer operate as a standalone organization. When the opportunity came up to sell the brewery, we decided to consider it to keep our brand around at wholesale and keep as many of our staff members as possible employed in our tap rooms. We're in the midst of working on the deal now, and there will be changes, but they're not fully known yet. The Mobcraft you know and love today won't exist in its entirety after this process, but some aspects will. And between now and our last day of official Mobcraft operations, we aim to celebrate our existence, and we've all achieved over a few pints. Is this the brewery that you designed a beer for?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I just had an idea, and they
voted on it.
Right.
You paid us all $5 to vote on it every day.
That's what I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm broke now.
Still recouping like 6 years later.
Mobcraft, they're like a scale of 1 to 10. They're like a 5.
Oh, okay.
Like they're a pretty average brewery.
2.5 on Untapped. Got it.
Really fun spot. They had some decent food, good pizzas that they did out of the kitchen. But the beer wasn't great. It was fun. Some of the stuff they did the ideas were fun, but not great stuff. They could never brew an IPA to save their life.
Oh, really? That's the easiest.
Which, yeah. I mean, it's shocking. You
just fuck up a beer and add a bunch of hops.
They were big on sour ales, like foeder aged sour ales and some decent barrel aged stuff, but otherwise nothing mind blowing. I think the big thing for them that they failed on was trying to expand. They had a tap room in Denver. I don't think it lasted 6 months.
Oh, geez.
They have one currently in Woodstock, Illinois, and they tried to get one in a town that's like 15 miles southwest of where I live. And they bought this, I think it was an old fire station or police station, and they were supposed to revamp it out and make it a whole brewing and tap room. And I think that completely fell under. So I think it was just bad usage of money, capital.
Yeah.
Everything went under and they just couldn't get out of it.
That's too bad. I mean, we've talked about it before. Oh, before I get too far away, you said something and I didn't want to cut you off, but
it's a farger.
Nailed it.
All that for that.
Thanks. It was worth it. That was worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it. Anywho, yeah, I mean, we've talked about this in the past. It seems like there's a bit of a reckoning going on. Like if you're not making great beer, you're not staying open, and we've hit that saturation point in craft beer.
Yep, I can't stress that enough. That if you're not making good product, people are going to find who's making it and just stick with them.
Yeah,
it was a topic of conversation amongst the local beer crew here. Is that the Mobcraft news came up. I was one of the forefront that said, hey, look, like they don't do great beer. Mm-hmm. Is it a fun spot to hit up every now and then? Great location, 100%. But if they don't put out great product on a consistent basis, I'm not going to waste my money.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, there's great breweries that aren't staying open. So why should your mediocre breweries stay open? You gotta keep it up.
Right.
Hey-o.
It's sad, but it's
yeah. And you never want people to lose jobs and that kind of thing.
Ever.
So
never ever.
Hopefully whoever can buy them turns things around, makes it a little better, that kind of thing. And even more fun if they keep the whole, voting aspect.
Yeah, the crowdsource concept, which was a lot of fun.
It's a fun concept still. So Anheuser-Busch, speaking of closing, is shuttering the Wicked Weed Funkatorium, and that's in Asheville. The Funkatorium has been closed since September 27th in the wake of Hurricane Helene and a water outage in the city. Wicked Weed co-founder Ryan. Yeah, ever since the hurricane, they've just like not had water or I mean, by now, maybe some people have water, but I've heard it's taking a super long time to get water going.
Interesting.
In
Scary.
And the surrounding areas.
Scary. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, talk about like just basic shit. I know someone who lives outside of Asheville who did not lose their house but was affected by like the water outage and stuff. And they're having to go fill jugs with non-potable water just so they can flush their toilet.
Wow.
Yeah. So you get these gallon jugs, fill up the tank, the top tank, do your business, and then you can flush it because you filled up the top tank.
Man, that's horrible.
Yeah. And then having to like take baths in that, in the non-potable water and cold baths and stuff. So, I mean, it's basic human shit that no one really thinks is a big deal until it's gone. Even in my hood where the fires were, certain areas were not even under a boil advisory. They're under a don't fucking use the water advisory.
Man,
it's crazy. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Pioneer times?
I know. Welcome, everybody.
Lewis and Clark trying to find the Pacific?
Right.
Man, this is... Where are we?
Yeah. Wicked Weed co-founder Ryan Guthrie laid off the majority of its service industry employees during the November 1st staff meeting, as per Citizen Times. That amounted to about 40 employees, according to the outlet. An AB spokesperson told Brewbound that following the impact of the hurricane, Cultura and Funkatorium remain closed at this time. We'll keep you posted with updates and reopening plans for both locations as Asheville returns to normalcy. The closings are not intended to be permanent, the spokesperson said. So fingers crossed, we'll see.
So it's a temporary lay?
It just says indefinite because they have no clue. The Brewers Association has added a new beer style to their guidelines.
Intriguing.
Any guesses, or have you already peeked ahead?
Oh, I don't peek ahead.
I didn't think so.
No, it's just intriguing what a new beer style would be.
Well, I've seen this popping up more and more, at least out here, this style. So it doesn't surprise me.
Are you going to say West Coast Pilsner?
Close, but goddamn do I love a West Coast Pilsner. It's an Italian style Pilsner.
Okay.
This is now part of the guidelines. You can enter it as a category, all that stuff.
So is that certain hops you need for an Italian Pilsner? Certain malts? What is the...
Funny you should ask.
What are the
guidelines?
Details? Yes, guidelines. That's the word I was looking for. Guidelines.
Yeah. Color, straw to gold. Clarity, appearance should be clear. Chill haze should not be present. Perceived malt aroma and flavor. A malty sweet aroma and flavor should be present at low levels. Light biscuity attributes may be present. Perceived hop aroma and flavor. Hop aroma and flavor is pronounced and aromatic, derived from late hopping and dry hopping with noble type hops. Floral, herbal, peppery, or other attributes may be present. Bitterness, medium to high. Fermentation characteristics. Fruity ester and DMS should not be present. These are well attenuated beers. The body should be medium low to medium. Additional notes: the head should be dense, pure white, and persistent. Hop character is assertive, crisp, and aromatic. They have gravity guidelines as well. Original gravity should be in the 1044 to 1052 range, where your final gravity should be around 1006 to 1013. 1013 feels high. ABV should be 3.6 to 4.2. Bitterness, IBUs should be 25 to 50. 50 feels high for this category, but okay. And then for those real nerds out there, the SRM should be 3 to 4, which is a really light beer.
Okay. So noble hops are those like
German hops.
German hops? Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, lighter, not the Chinook, the Cascade, none of that shit.
Yeah.
Lighter hops.
So Italian Pilsner brewed with German hops, all right?
I mean, they don't have to be German, but think
I'm
German.
fucking with you.
Yeah, come on. Want to end it on a list?
Yeah, because I fucking love lists.
I feel like it's been so long.
It's been a while. I'm going to say weeks.
Easily.
Maybe
if
months.
not months, yeah. How about the price of a beer at every NBA stadium / arena?
I don't even know the name of most NBA arenas.
They don't actually tell you the name of the arena. They just tell you the name of the team.
Oh.
You want to start at... Just read what's in front of me.
I'm going to say Lakers number 1.
Well, all right. So do you want to start at cheapest or most expensive?
Cheapest, because I like that.
All right. Oklahoma City Thunder.
Man, I was going to say Utah.
Yeah, not at all. Utah's pretty high up there.
Damn.
So number 30, the Thunder. Hawks, 756. Pacers, 810. Raptors, 917 a beer. Wizards, 959. Grizzlies, 997. 76ers, 1056. Now we're breaking those double digits. The Pistons, 1129. The Spurs, 1185. Houston Rockets, 1189. The Magic, 1199, as well as the Timberwolves and the Cavaliers. Trailblazers, 1241. Charlotte Hornets, 1249. Miami Heat at number 15, 1275. Here we go, halfway. Number 14, the Bucks of Milwaukee.
Yeah, shit's expensive.
$13 even for a beer.
I get about a beer every time I go to a game.
It's all you can afford.
Oh, nailed it.
I made myself laugh.
I'm a cheapskate.
The Kings, Sacramento Kings, also at $13. The Pelicans, $13.43. The Mavs at $13.55. Here's the top 10.
Let's go.
Utah Jazz, $14
for a 3% beer. That's fucked up.
Number 9, Clippers, $14.39.
Clipping your
Now,
wallet.
I think this is before the Clippers moved because they're tied with the Lakers at also $14.39.
Okay.
Clippers have their own spot now, own arena as of this season.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really nice.
I know somebody who went and saw a concert there before the season started.
Yeah.
He said it was really nice.
Yeah, I heard there's enough bathrooms. Man, what was it what's that guy's name? Steve Ballmer. So he had a lot to do with the stadium design itself.
Yeah, there's tons of bathrooms.
And there's
all
enough bathrooms that you can. It's like the wait time is like 2 minutes from seat to bathroom.
I haven't heard that. Nice. Yeah, he said it was great. And like their whole facial recognition technology was super cool. You don't have to have a ticket, anything like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you like do this whole setup on the app where you take a picture of yourself. And it's like some of the Amazon Fresh stores. You just walk in, it recognizes you, and they let you in.
Oh yeah, that we have here in Milwaukee.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's something.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I forgot what you have to either give them your card or something about your wrist or something.
Oh, well, this is facial recognition. It says you just walk in and it recognizes you.
Yeah, the thing
and,
opens.
You're in.
You grab a can and it won't charge you until you crack it.
This isn't for food sales. I've seen that before. This is not for food sales. This is for ticket entry.
Oh.
Yeah. Like as you walk in the door, it just recognizes you and lets you in.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. It's a little creepy, honestly.
Yeah, that's not you're everywhere.
Right, exactly. Number 7, the Suns, Phoenix Suns at $14.99. Number 6, the Nets at $15.47. Number 5, the Bulls at $15.75. Number 4, the New York Knickerbockers, $16.11. Number 3, Golden State Warriors, $17.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Top 2. Number 2, Los Nuggets, $17.32, which is hilarious because how far does that beer have to travel from down the street?
Not very. That's my guess.
And the number 1 most expensive beer in all of basketball.
Did you say Boston yet?
And boy, can they suck a big fat dick. That's the Boston Celtics, everybody.
Oh, there it is.
At over $20 a beer.
That's messed up.
$20.32. They are $3 more than the number 2 spot.
That is messed up.
Yeah.
How do they get away with that?
Shitty town. I don't know. What a shitty sports town. Fuck you, Boston.
Can't stand them. I feel like unless you live in the area, you hate them.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Yankees.
Yeah, I don't enjoy them either.
Right, exactly.
But
I hate
no
the
offense,
Yankees.
I also hate the Dodgers. Ugh.
Oh, fuck you. But you hated the Yankees more, right?
Yeah.
Like even just like 1% more? Because it could be because they had a bigger payroll. I don't care why. Just as long as you hate them slightly more.
For you?
I'll take what I can get. Oh, fuck.
Man,
Anyways.
$20 for a beer at a sporting event.
And you know that's got to be shitty beer. It's not like $20 for a IPA or something.
Yeah. I'm going home sober.
Yeah, or I'm walking in loaded.
You're right. Yeah.
That's what I don't know if it's still there. I'm not sure if I've talked about this on the show, but Staples Center, where the fuck they call it now, down the street from Staples, if you take the Metro, which nobody in LA takes, and you get off like one stop before the Staples Center stop. I think it's called like the 7th Street Metro Center or something. There's a hotel across the street from that station. You go up and then across the street, there's a hotel. Underneath the hotel is like this little shopping, we'll call it a mall for lack of a better term. And the very back of it is a Carl's Jr. And at that Carl's Jr., it must have been some other restaurant in the past because they have 3 taps. It's like the world's shittiest beer. It's like Bud Light, Mick Ultra, and Coors Light or something like that. The last time I was there, which was pre-COVID, it was still only like $8 a pitcher.
A pitcher?
A pitcher. And I'm not talking like those little pretend pitchers. I'm talking the legitimate
California
pitcher.
we're talking about?
This is California. I found out about, because I used to work in downtown LA long time ago doing a computer job. My buddy's like, hey, you want to go to Carl's Jr. for beer? And I was like, what? Carl's Jr. for beer? So they've clearly taken over someone's like liquor license or beer license, whatever. I don't even know if it's still there. In fact, I should go down there and find out if it's still there, because $8 for a pitcher.
That's a steal.
So get yourself a shitty burger and fries from Carl's Jr. Get each person a pitcher, because at that price you can fucking get your own.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna buy a round of pitchers.
Exactly.
I'm
you
a
can have
cheapskate.
2 pitchers.
And that's such a good price. I'm buying a round of pitchers.
Right. Have a couple pitchers, get loaded before the game starts. You walk down, it's like, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile or something like that to Staples Center. Boom. You don't need to buy any beers. Or maybe you buy like 1 beer at halftime to keep the buzz going. No big deal.
I like it.
Yeah. If anybody's been to Staples Center lately and knows my secret, please let me know if that place still exists. Because boy, was that a magical treat.
Underground Carl's Jr. Sounds like you got fucking high one day and you just wandered around, and that's what your memory recollects.
I mean, I would have never known had somebody not been like, hey, you want to go for burgers and beer at Carl's Jr.? I was like, what? It was great. And when I found out about it was at a very low time in my life. I had just like broken up with a long-term girlfriend. I was working down there. And so my buddy who I worked with, like every day at lunch was like, burgers and beer? Like, fuck yeah, man. So we were doing burgers and beer for lunch every day. We were not very productive after like 2:00.
You deserved it, though.
I did. I felt better. But yeah, it's good times.
Hey, Greg, how low are you right now? Well, not lower than a Carl's Jr. in a basement. Let's fucking go.
Never got that low.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. Good times. I did end up staying in that hotel years after that job. I stayed at that hotel one time for work, and I went out. There it was. I mean, this is all pre-COVID, but it's like still there.
It's got to
Had
still be
myself
there.
a couple pictures. I hope so. I really, truly hope so. Boy, was that a hidden gem. Really hidden gem. Anyways, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. I got more beers to drink.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. Tired of looking at my face.
I got a Carl's Jr. to get to.
Gotta go hit the streets. I'm going to say hello to Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hello. Find us on the socials at Craft Beer Republic, at FlexMeABeer, _ in between, craftbeerrepublic.com/algorithm if you want to do the old algorithm.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. 805-538-BEER 2337. I think that's mostly everything. Hope everyone out there staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
good night, everybody.